tough enough to me to stump a stringy jack.
Is that an AI John?
No, it's a real term.
What movie was on?
I'm not sure. So, yeah, we've had a lot of discussions too. We have, our church, we had a young guy that's been coming the last couple weeks. And my co-pastor had a conversation, well, they had invited to their house Sunday after service. He's dabbling in Eastern Orthodoxy. So, exactly what you said.
Yeah, they got a lot of icons.
Yeah.
Physical representation against
Yeah.
belief or something.
We have another young guy that's coming. He specifically was seeking out a church like ours because we don't do the smoke and modern music. So they're rejecting the entertainment culture of Christianity. They want substance. They want real preaching. They want expository preaching, not just topical.
No offense to the choir, but I can speak to music.
Yeah. You cannot, in my book, you cannot replace congregational singing. It's like for chapels for LC, I'll stay out in the foyer until they're done.
Really?
I can't
Do
stop
they have
it.
chapel every day?
Tuesdays. And I'm not trying to be judgmental or whatever, but I just can't stomach it. It's just, and even kids at the school, I've heard many of them talk about the students they have performing on stage whose lives are not exemplary, so they're seeing that as hypocrisy.
New York's Democratic caused controversy with an executive order blocking.
let's try it. No, it's not that way. I can unmute all the mics, but it's going to pick up sound through the microphones of the devices for some reason. You should be able to hear us now. I'm sorry. Yeah, there we go. All right, thanks. We're glad we got that one squared away.
Okay. Bye.
Yeah, we have 8 people watching on Facebook right now, and 1 did comment on sound. We have an odd setup this morning, so we'll be bringing my laptop into it for the third mic, or the third camera, so we'll figure this out.
Okay.
Glad they got it.
All right. Another call. Good morning. You're on Talkback. Hello. Good morning. All right. Maybe they were,
Caller from Lake Rock.
maybe they were calling for the same thing. So, one thing I want to ask you about, because you do have, as Dave mentioned earlier, really good recall when it comes to a lot of things pertaining to history and things like that. Is that just a function of your area of study in college?
Some of it.
Yeah.
I was a latchkey kid.
Mm-hmm.
growing up. My mom was a big reader,
Okay.
and so I just have always read more nonfiction than fiction.
Yeah.
And like I said, I have the capacity to recall useless information.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
A little bit of a photographic memory.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit. I'm diagnosed dyslexic.
Really?
Yeah. So it's people when it doesn't fit. People ask me about reading and dyslexia.
Yeah.
It's mostly reading out loud
Okay.
that I have trouble with.
Gotcha.
But no, I've always just kind of accumulated useless knowledge.
So you need the Evelyn Woodhead Spad Ready course.
Bad ready.
One of Nathan's famous.
That was hilarious.
Wow. So having dyslexia and yet you were able to read, did you just work through that or did you get help?
You compensate in your own way.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
then when I got out of the military and went back to NLU,
Mm-hmm.
there was an English teacher, Dr. Rether, was her name, and she recognized it, and she sent me to a lab.
Nice.
They gave me some drills. Really, I never made good grades until she did that. She changed my academic career because after that I made a really good grade.
Yeah.
So yeah, I kind of make fun of teachers union, but I'm glad she was in my life.
Yeah, for sure. No, I mean, the impact of a good teacher is incredible. All right, let's go back to the calls again. Good morning, you're on Talkback. I think it was Steven.
Steven, yeah.
We'll give Steven credit.
Everybody has to be good at something. Thank you very much.
Thanks, I
That's
appreciate
right.
you. All right,
First fan.
you do. You have a fan.
He's told me that before, though.
Yeah. Yep. All right, we'll be right back with more.
Did y'all see Graham Platinum replacement? So yeah, like Flowers is a major place. We want to cruise one time, sales and some cruise. Leave it up on the cruise.
Really?
I saw a guy that I'm familiar to, and I started talking to him, and he told me his last name. I'm like, where you from? They said, oh, I'm from Alexandria, Lafayette, somewhere. Like, where are your parents from? Lake Providence. And I told them, well, I look like Lake Providence. My wife's like,
No
can't
way.
stand it.
Wow.
Just from start.
Okay.
The only thing from start is too much.
Yeah, yeah. Thing for sure.
Yeah, you come home and do your homework and turn on reruns of Bonanza, ready to kill those islands. That was your life.
The Munsters.
Yeah.
Eva. Brady Bunch.
That's where all the trivia comes from. We watch those episodes over and over.
And eventually, as they got into syndication, Welcome Back, Cotter, Happy Days. Good shows. WKRP.
In Cincinnati.
Yeah, that's right. I almost played that theme today, Cincinnati, Cincinnatus.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have been too far of a stretch.
Yeah, it's a little bit of
Yeah, a little bit. Get on?
Well, I was really focused on the new laws that are taking effect tomorrow. And now I have about 20 different tabs open, so let me find the right tab. One of the laws that takes effect tomorrow that I'm really excited about is it will be illegal effective August 1st for any vendor to charge you a convenience fee for using a debit card.
Yeah, I saw that.
So that's really good. That was Act 751, Senate Bill 2454. Retail businesses can no longer charge a fee or surcharge for using a debit card. Doesn't mean they can't use it on the credit card side, but they certainly cannot use it on the debit card side. And there's the Attorney General's office will have a hotline that you can call in and report people. There's a fine up to $500 for businesses who do that. And I think that most of us feel like it's an unfair practice. Federal law prohibits doing it on debit cards, and so that's where the state senate said, "Hey, this is federally illegal. Let's bring our laws in compliance," because the federal government's not really enforcing that against people. But if you think about it, to me, using a credit card is just a cost of service. It's cost of doing business.
Right. That's right.
And what's 2.54% or whatever it is that you got to pay to your vendor, if we continue doing that, there would be a CLICO surcharge, and there'd be a trash surcharge, and there'd be at some point as a business owner, you have to observe this is a cost. Raise your prices 3% if that's what you need to do. Or raise it 1.5% because half is cash and debit, and the other half is credit. I do use my debit card a lot, and I will see a savings on that change because you see it all the time, especially in mom and pop stores, gas stations, places like that. Well, even doctor's offices and places, they do that. Well, if you're paying a decent sized copay, you got $50 copay, well then that stuff adds up over time. So I'm glad that one's taking effective tomorrow. Another one is the balloon releases are prohibited.
Yeah.
As of tomorrow.
So that the cows don't.
Well, and it's specifically Mylar and latex heated balloons. I'm sure they may come up with another product that says, well, it's not Mylar or latex. You can still use it. I expect to see that coming up soon. But that will eliminate the danger to wildlife and whatnot. One I found interesting was the expansion of the definition of a school resource officer, and I haven't looked into the guts of it, but HB 682 says that the definition of a school resource officer can officially include military veterans and current former members of U.S. Armed Forces or state militias. So that may give school boards more options in putting SROs in place, so opportunity for them. And then a big deal, expanding the criminal sex abuse material laws to criminalize AI-generated images and using images of underage people to train AI models. So certainly child porn is a big deal. We see it's always, often unexpected when you see someone arrested for that. To curb the usage of minors through AI, I think will help bring attention to what is really, in my mind, a scourge. I just cannot understand the mindset. Look, I'm gonna get myself in trouble. I understand the human desire for salacious material, pornography. It's attractive, it's temptatious, but to be attracted to children is a whole separate level of decency. I don't understand.
100%. All right. Well, we got the phones lit up once again, so let's jump back on those. Good morning. You're on Talkback. Shame us. That's the debate. Was it for Bailey or was it for Jennifer?
That's the old Mary Ann Ginger thing, right?
Yeah,
it's the
really
same argument.
Yeah, very, very true. Well, that's what I'm saying, Jennifer. Yeah, Jennifer or. All right. Yeah. So the debate, and I know a certain former chancellor that would weigh in on this one too. Jennifer or Bailey?
I'm Team Bailey.
Team Bailey. Bailey was more the all-American girl. Jennifer was kind of like the
Plastic.
Yeah.
I was Mary Ann, so I get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
I'm
a ginger. I'm a redhead guy.
Oh well.
Well, I watched WKRP for the weather guy. Bless that. I'm kidding.
Do you remember
Wait, he was
the
the
turkey
he
drop?
was the,
Yes.
he was the news guy.
Oh, that was the news guy?
Les was the news guy. Yeah.
He was so serious about everything.
Oh yeah.
So
The turkey drop.
that was absolutely the best.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the same show as Mary Tyler Moore, basically.
True.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Ted Knight, Les Metzen, same
That's a great
character.
perspective.
Yeah.
Just a radio instead of a newsroom.
I mean, you really can't get a better setting for a sitcom than a newsroom of any kind. We always used to say we should do a reality show in a newsroom. And no one ever did it. We should have done it.
There's always time.
There's always time. Yeah, especially like a small market.
What's the movie?
If you all only knew.
What's the movie? Is it called Anchorman?
Yeah. Yeah.
And Ron Burgundy, is that?
Yeah. Will Ferrell. Yeah.
I've never seen the movie, but I've seen enough clips of it to know it looks interesting. But don't watch it with my son, right? That's what you want to tell me?
Yeah, probably not. Probably not. I don't think there's any nudity in it, but definitely the language and some of the adult themes, I would say. Yeah. But it's funny because it hits home because it's kind of true, you know. Everyone knows whatever you put in the teleprompter, you're gonna read. Don't bleep yourself, San Diego.
Nathan, you didn't cover HB 1194. And that was the Healthy Food Retail Act.
I didn't.
Healthy food.
Is that to do with the EBT?
No, they were going to open a government-run grocery store in northern Baton $18 million.
I missed that. Did
Landry,
it pass?
yeah, it passed Landry veto.
Okay, that's why.
But we make fun of New York City, but here in Louisiana, with a Republican majority,
Yeah.
we're passing that. So, meet the new boss.
Yeah.
They really are.
Yeah. Now that, go ahead.
Well, there's another couple that are interesting. The Act 3342 is creating tougher penalties for people who threaten or harm workers in places like stores, restaurants, customer-facing businesses, which we've seen a lot of that. Somebody's mad because they didn't get ketchup with their fries, or they got that one onion ring in their fry, and they come across the counter at the 17-year-old kid working at McDonald's, and so that's going to be have increased penalties for that.
Okay. All right. We'll take another call before the break. Good morning. You're on Talkback.
Good.
Hey,
man, how are you?
how's it going? I think we've got Charlie Brown in our midst.
We've been
Haven't heard
missing
from you in a
you.
while. Makes sense. Yeah, makes sense. Okay, well, I feel very honored to be in that company. How, how's the retired life? Well, you better be careful because we've got Brad in here co-hosting with us today. Who's a caller. We've had Dave in here a couple of times as a caller. We might need to get you on to co-host with us. He does, yeah. Yeah. Sure. So it's kind of a crazy story. They had moved the way they the way they were transmitting the show was through a special kind of device, like a box. And the gentleman who developed the box, a proprietary system, passed away. And then it apparently broke and nobody knew how to fix it. So I think they've had to scramble to either fix that or get a whole different way of delivering the show. So that took about a week to get it done. But yeah, we, yeah, yeah. Good to hear you. Yeah, a few years.
We're not going to let him retire. Yes, we need our sports segment.
That's right. That's right. So, yep. Yes, sir. That's true.
Oh my goodness.
All right, brother. Good to hear from you. Don't be a stranger. All right, we'll be right back.
Show's easy. Call the BOM Bank phone 442-8255.
Old timers coming in.
This was like
2,000 little boys.
No. No, they weren't boys. They were little girls. Trapped in little boys' bodies. You see, boys are dead. They have bad thoughts. Sometimes they disobey their mothers. They have to be punished. But what do their mothers know any day? You're out all night with Uncle Rudy. But he's not late. Why does he call him late, Uncle?
Thank you, Pastor. Very much. I think I have enough.
All right, welcome back. That video was a 1980s skit on SNL.
You've got to be kidding.
No. And the only reason I'm seeing it, it's all over X this morning, because Elon shared it. Somebody had posted it, and then Elon shared it. It's Phil Hartman playing Dr. Hoffitz, who changes little boys into little boys.
And that started the whole thing. Dr. John Money.
Wow.
He
Wow.
was a dark human being.
Yeah. Yeah.
One guy, one evil person can change.
Yeah.
But it kind of goes to show the topic of how positions change. I have in my archives comments from Obama, Hillary Clinton,
Oh, yeah.
that line up perfectly with what Donald Trump is doing today.
Yeah.
But because
Yeah.
he's who he is,
Right.
then the position that they took 10, 12, 15 years ago
Yeah.
is now the worst thing.
When,
that they've
when the
ever done.
Democrats thought that illegal immigration benefited Republicans, they were against it. Once they figured out, oh, we can use these people to change the demographics and create for us a permanent voting base, especially if we give them free stuff, then open the floodgates. And here we are. It's exactly what Lindsey Graham said during the Kavanaugh hearings. These people are so hungry for power. By God, I pray they never get it. I mean, both sides.
Nathan, to your point, Democrats like Clinton, Obama, they run on intentions, not actions. And when Trump comes in and takes action, it messes up their ballgame. They don't know how to react because he does the things they've been talking about for 30 years.
What is the quote that you used, Al? Somebody said that people take Trump seriously.
Yeah.
Wait, there's a.
I think that came from Rush Limbaugh, actually. He said that the problem, or the issue with Donald Trump is that the people that hate him take what he says literally, but they don't take him seriously.
and the people who love him.
Whereas Trump supporters don't take him literally, but they take him seriously.
That's a great observation.
Yeah.
And that kind of goes to the intention. He shows his intention through his actions.
Right,
He-
right. And he says a lot, and a lot of it is his means of negotiating, I guess you could say. So hence using his Truth Social posts, and before that, Twitter. People, I can't believe he said that. And it's like, he's obviously racist, but then you hear like how he actually is with people. So, yeah. Anyway. Are there 318-442-8255 is our number? We got more calls coming in. Good morning, you're on Talkback. We do. We could do another couple of hours. No, none. None. Mm, right. Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean they don't always get it right. You know, as evidenced by this current court vacating the Dobbs decision. Yeah, the Dobbs decision um, concerning abortion. Hmm. Mm, mm, yeah, yeah, yeah. No, it's happening more and more. People are getting tricked by things, and that's one thing I like about X because every once in a while I'll see something and I'm like, oh, okay, and then I might like it or whatever, and then it'll give me a notification later where community noted saying that was generated by AI. So like, I'd like to think I'm pretty discerning about that, but they're getting good.
It is.
That's what's scary. It really is. So yeah, 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 yeah. That's true. All right. Thank you for the call. We appreciate it. Yes, sir.
The show is easy. Call the BLM Bank talk line at 442-8255. As a fitness coach, my acting psoriatic arthritis can slow me down. But Sky, listen to the man's wrist.
So 3-headed monster here this morning. Al, Nathan, and Brad Sturdivant. The reason I can remember your last name is there's this little community in Wisconsin called Sturdivant.
Yeah.
Spelled differently.
They ran us out.
What is the origin of your name?
Horse thieves.
Horse thieves.
I think it means.
I meant ethnically or culturally.
I think it means raging stallion.
Okay. I think you
Oh.
maybe know.
No, it comes from Louis Grizzard. Remember him?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. It's actually English.
Yeah, of course. The Sturdivants and the Tudors. And, okay.
Nice. All right. So as we we're kind of talking off air about different stories that are going on. One that kind of caught our interest was a local story, local newspaper-ish, Town Talk. Headline, activists to continue fight against Alexandria Migrant Family Center. Unfortunately, I can't see the story because it's behind the paywall, but the first headline, or the first paragraph I can see says, Sin-Law activism organizer Aaron Tracy was shocked but not necessarily surprised to see laborers who looked Hispanic working on the old Air Force Barracks at England Airport, not far from the Geo Group Alexandria staging facility at Alexandria International Airport, where most of the men on the tarmac who look like them can be seen boarding planes
with their feet and hands shackled. I paid for the Town Talk, so I've got
okay.
I could have.
You're one of the 10 left. Okay.
I am. And later on, she goes on, this is a quote, I don't know if the laborers know what the building is going to be used for, she said. And she talked about how they're trying to raise awareness for the facility. But a lot of people on the Facebook quote was Aaron Tracy of Sin-Law Activism saw laborers who looked Hispanic working on the site of a self-deporting migrant facility in England Airport. And then see link below. There's 138 comments on there, and a lot of them were like, and?
Yeah, right.
What does it matter the ethnicity of the workers? Is there an assumption that, I mean, what is the assumption? It's, and I it almost, first of all, it feels like Town Talk was just trying to get something edgy to get comments, and it won because they had 138 comments. But it also, it's like, you're the activist fighting for people and you're profiling the workers. That didn't make sense. That was odd to me. So I don't know who this, Ms. Tracy, but a lot of people in the comments were kind of, trying to stir the pot. Another comment, okay. Another one said fighting racial profiling with racial profiling. So I don't think people took the bait on this one as much as maybe folks.
Well, and unfortunately, and I know this from experience, people I know who are Hispanic, like white people do, we assume other people think the way that we think they think, when oftentimes they don't. And on illegal immigration is a point. Oh, so the people that are coming to the country illegally has traditionally been Hispanic, or maybe leaned Hispanic, so therefore they would support that. No, because a lot of people that are in the country that are Hispanic did it the right way and came here legally, and they actually resent the heck out of the fact people are not doing it the right way, and they don't want them to be allowed to come here. So
most of the ones I know who did it right, literally what you just said, resent this made-up storm of defense for people who.
Unfortunately, we find this way too often with people who are white, left of center politically, think that they know exactly what other ethnicities think and believe, and if they, for whatever reason, don't, then they have to tell them why they're wrong. So it's kind of like mansplaining.
Also, the workers probably worried about a paycheck, not what the facility is.
Right.
And that gets back to the intention. His intent is to change his labor for a fee.
Yes.
Where this activist's intention is to change society. Their goals don't unite.
Great point.
I think Brad needs to be on the show more often. That was very insightful.
Yeah.
Be careful what you wish.
Even if it means I don't get called in to sub as much, I think Brad should be.
No.
That's good.
Well, I'm available, but not free.
Oh, goodness. Well, it's personal to me. We talked about 2 children we've adopted. They are Hispanic. And I'll tell you, my son was profiled by police officers on a certain event. And it made it more real to me because there were a group of white kids and my son. And, and the only one that was given orders to vacate the space was my son. The other were not told. And I tried to, think it through with him. Maybe the officers knew these kids. Maybe they already had previous interaction. But it didn't change the fact that for him personally, he's the only one who's told to leave, and he's brown. So yes, that's a reality, and I'm becoming aware of that even more. I've tried to live aware, but there's also, I have a daughter who was born in Mexico, when we were living there, and she has dual citizenship because of birthright citizenship there. But we were there on a legal visa. We were not there illegally. I don't know what would have happened if we had been there illegally. I'd tell you one thing, I was terrified of being illegal in Mexico. I never was there illegally. I always had a visa because you do things the right way. So I have young ladies in our church that were born in America. Parents were from Mexico, but they had a 10-year visa, and they were here on that visa, and the children were born here. I have no problem with that. But if the anchor babies, when the illegal, that's where the whole DACA situation came from.
Yes.
So, well, no, that's not exactly true. The DACA situation came from families who illegally immigrated with 2 or 3 year old children, bringing them in tow, and then they grew up here. And this is all they're new, and then they hit adulthood, and their status needs to be taken care of. And I have a young man I know very well who went through that, went back to Mexico, lived there for a year, paid all the right fees, and came back, and he's a very amazing contributing member of society. But again, follow the rules.
Yes. That's all people are asking. So we'll be right back.
Central Louisiana's longest running talk show is now.
Welcome back. Last segment of the day, last segment of the week. It's been another good week. And we're glad that you can spend some time with us here on Talkback. It's been Al and Nathan with you this morning, our special guest, third co-host, Brad Sturman. We really enjoyed having you.
Been great.
He came with a notebook full of notes, too.
He did.
What
He
did
was
we
prepared.
miss?
3 pages.
But what did you not talk about that you wanted to know
Well,
in the final 2 minutes?
U.S. News and World Report ranked Louisiana the 50th worst state for the fourth straight year. We were number 1 in one category, the number of personal injury lawyers.
Seriously?
No, I'm making
Oh.
it up. But when are we going to get the message?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I know as Louisianans, we love Louisiana.
Yep.
But opinions whisper, numbers scream.
Right.
And if we're ranked 50 4 years in a row, somebody needs to get the message.
Yeah. Well said. All right. We got a couple more calls to try to get in. Good morning. You're on Talkback. Okay. Well, yeah. It's not rocket science, is it? Okay. Well, thank you for that, Brad. All right.
I know that caller, and he and Brad would get along very well.
Yeah. Yes. All right. Last call of the morning. Good morning. You're on Talkback. No. There are different levels of X. You can pay, for example, if you want to be verified, if you want to have like full access to Grok. There's the free version. It just limits you, and you'll probably see more ads and things like that.
I use the free version.
Yeah. Sure. No. All right. Thank you. Appreciate the call. Yes, sir. And Brad, again, we do appreciate you being here with us today. We'll serenade you a little bit as we head out here. All right, Van Halen. Bet you didn't know that was Van Halen. Brad, thanks so much for being here today.
It was great. Thank you for
Yeah,
having me.
we enjoyed having you. Thanks everyone for the great calls today throughout the show and throughout the week. It will be, I believe, Stephen and me back on Monday.
That's it.
I think the kid will be back in daycare, so getting back to his more normal life. So, all right. Well, have a great weekend. We'll talk to you then.
All right.
A lot of fun.
Yeah, man. You are great.
Listen to Talk.